Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat na sumusubaybay sa ating Itulay session ngayong Biyernes, Matalino Friday. Ako po si Tutor Joshua.
Ako naman po si Tutor Queenie at nasa 4th week na po tayo ng second quarter sa Math 8. Kaya inaanyayahan po namin kayo mga estudyante, pati na ang inyong mga magulang at guro na matuto kasama namin.
Kaya tara po, kasama ng mga ICTS, ETU, pati ang mga sumulat at bumuo ng mga modules na pinagbasihan natin mga sessions at lesson ngayong hapon, ay narito po para itulay ang paggabay sa pag-aaral ng matematika.
Ayan, so meron na po tayong mga kasama from Ramon National High School. Good afternoon po sa inyo, Leia Devara, Kurt Vinoya. Okay. And meron din from Kanaan East National High School, Senarf Hani. Okay, good afternoon po. And kay Erin Quaterno from MGA HS.
Ayan, good afternoon po from Doña Magdalena Gafood High School ng SDO Isabela. Good afternoon po. Marami pong nanonood mula taga Isabela sa atin ngayong hapon.
Good afternoon po.
Ayan. So ngayong 4th week ng ating second quarter, ang pag-aaralan natin ay ang domain and range at yung iba't ibang klase ng pagkuha ng domain at range ng iba't ibang klaseng functions. And later, magkakaroon din tayo ng special type of functions which is called linear functions.
And so maraming salamat po sa mga nagsulat ng mga modules na ating pinagbasihan ng lesson ngayong araw.
And that is from Division of City Schools Manila at ang ating mga kapatid sa Caraga Region.
Maraming salamat po. So, before we start, Tutor Joshua, review muna tayo ng ating mga napag-aralan noong nakaraang week. Okay, so, let us review. Okay, so, sa mga kasama natin ngayong araw, pwede kayong sumagot sa ating review through our chat or comment section. So, the first one is, which set of ordered pairs does not represent a function? Okay, so, which set of ordered pairs does not represent a function? Okay. Is it A? Okay, that is the set. Okay, B or C? Yan.
Okay, so time is up. So, ayan, sabi ni Ram Haley Gafood and JM Espino, ang sagot daw ay letter C. So, let us check kung tama ba yung letter C. And we have shown that the set of ordered pairs 2, 5, 3, 8, and 2, -1 does not show a function. Bakit nga ba, Tutor Queenie?
Kasi, saan yun, Tutor Joshua? Letter C. Ay, kung makikita natin yung coordinate na 2 doon sa ating x-coordinate, meron siyang ka-correspond na 5 at saka -1. Eh, di ba, ang sabi ng ating function, a function is a relation in which no two ordered pairs have the same first element. So, yun, kitang-kita na umulit ang ating 2 as our first element in our set of ordered pairs.
Yes, so makikita rin natin, again, ang titignan lang muna natin ay yung first element. Kapag walang umulit sa first coordinate, so function yun. And that also happens for option letter B. And for letter C, naulit nga yung ating x-coordinate, so that is not a function.
Mm-hmm. And let's have another one. Ay, marami nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Very good kayo ngayong araw na to. Unang-una pa lang, kuha agad. Okay, let's have the next one. Number 2. Ayan, maganda yun, naglalagay sila ng number. Number 2. We have Ronnie rode a taxi for approximately 5 kilometers. He paid an amount of 215 pesos. Which variable is dependent? Okay, so alin dito ang ating dependent variable? Is it A, distance traveled, B, taxi fare, or C, Ronnie? Okay, for our number 2. Timer.
And so last week, napag-aralan natin na meron tayong dalawang klase ng variables in our relations and definitely in our functions. So in this case, ano ba yung nakadepende na variable or value sa isa pang quantity? Okay, meron kasi tayong dalawang quantity rito, di ba, Tutor Queenie? The first quantity is the distance na biniyahe ni Ronnie, and then yung amount na binayaran niya. And actually, si Ronnie ay parang siya lang yung name. So, hindi siya kasama dun sa bibigyan natin ng sense ng pagiging variable.
Alright. So, the answer actually is, ay, meron tayo. Ang nakakuha ay si Chua Corinne. Ayan, very good. And si bilis mag-ano. So, si Chua Corinne ang nakita ko na nakakuha ng answer. Very good. That is the taxi fare. So, actually, Tutor Joshua, ang isang technique dito is, pag nakita mo, ay, meron kang information, may equation dyan, no? Sorry. Meron siyang information na 5 kilometers, he paid an amount of 250. Nakadepende kung gaano kalayo yung na-travel niya doon sa taxi fare. So, it's letter B. So, independent variable natin yung distance traveled.
Ayun. Kasi nga, no, hindi pa natin alam kung magkano yung babayaran natin. Nakadepende yung kung magkano, kung gaano kalayo. So again, ang nakadepende ay yung amount na babayaran natin, which is the taxi fare. Okay. So ayun. And then we also represent relations using the Cartesian plane and the graph. So in this question, which of the following graphs does not show a function? Okay, is it A, B, or C? So you have 5 seconds to answer this question.
That is number 3 question na natin.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 question.
Ayan, so time is up. So Tutor Queenie, ano ba yung sagot natin dito at paano natin malalaman?
Meron tayong ginagamit na line para ma-identify kung alin dito ang ating function. We have to draw a vertical line. Tama? So, vertical line. So, meron tayong tatawag na vertical line test. Kapag isang beses lang dumaan sa vertical line na yon, it is a function. Pagka more than one na nag-intersect, then it is not a function. Therefore, we have letter C. Ayan. Kasi dun sa A and B, nag-intersect pang mag-vertical line tayo dyan, nag-intersect lang ng isang beses. Unlike sa letter C, 2 beses pang mag-intersect. Ayan. Yes. So, yun. Marami nakakuha, Tutor Joshua, no? Yan, sila Nangin Manabat, Eliza Sawal, Tatlea Soriano, Christopher Despicio.
And ang tawag natin doon ay yung vertical line test. And if any, kahit ilan ang tumama, pero isa lang ang intersection niya doon sa ating graph, the relation shows a function. So dito kahit tatlo na yung vertical line natin, alam natin na isa lang yung point of intersection in each. Kahit dito sa letter B. Pero for letter C, isang vertical line lang, napakita na natin na that is not a function. Kasi again, bawal magkaroon ng same x element or x coordinate yung ating ordered pairs. So diyan pala makikita natin na nalabag niya na yung pagiging function.
Ayan. So we were able to identify if a relation is a function or not. So today, ay nandun pa rin tayo sa function, pero hahanapin na natin yung domain and range. And we will also try to graph and illustrate a linear function. So specific function na yung ating pag-uusapan today. So what is the domain and range of a linear function, the table of values and intercepts, and so.
So analyze muna natin with an analogy, no? So we have an archer in this illustration, and dun yung archer natin may hawak na arrows and may target siya na board dun sa circle. Okay, and alam natin na yung archer may hawak yung arrows, and technically tinatago niya yung arrows niya in some container. Tawag natin dun is quiver. So we could say that a relation is analogous to an archer shooting a target. Kaya yung kanyang arrows, yun yung ating i-consider na elements nung first set, which is our independent variables. And syempre, nakadepende yung score niya doon sa pag-throw o pag-shoot ng ating archer. So, the scores on the, what we call this, the board will be our set of dependent variables. Doon siya analogous. Okay? And yung set ng ating independent variables, ang tawag natin doon is domain. And the set of our dependent variables, ang tawag natin doon is the range. Okay, so parang again sa archery, okay, yung quiver ni archer, yung lalagyan ng kanyang arrows, yun yung kanyang domain. Doon nang gagaling yung arrows niya. At saan yun pupunta? Doon sa target, which is actually the range, kumbaga doon sa relation. And ang kada arrow niya, isa lang naman ang pupuntahan. Okay? So never tayo nakakita ng nag-stretch or nag-aim si archer ng isang arrow pero dalawa yung pinuntahan na target, di ba, Tutor Queenie? So imposible yun mangyari. Parang sa function. Okay? Hindi pwedeng doble yung pupuntahan ng isang arrow or ng isang element papunta doon sa dalawang target. Okay? So yun yung konting analogy natin in terms of domain and range ng set or in this case mapping.
Okay. So yung first set natin dyan will be the domain, the second set will be the range. Or doon sa ating ordered pair, we have the x coordinate for the domain and then y coordinate for the range. So let's have some activity naman on this domain and range. Ayan. So good afternoon po sa ating mga kasama from Diamantina National High School. Okay, sila Rhea Corpus, Leilani Lardizabal, and Lisa Kafirma. Good afternoon po sa inyo.
So this activity, ayan, we will find the domain and range of each function given its graph. Ayan. So when we are looking for the domain sa graph, titingnan natin yung x values. At nasan dito yung x values, Tutor Queenie?
Yun ay yung mga nasa x-axis. Ayan. So, tingnan nila yung x-axis nila. Or, yung mga values papunta sa left and papunta sa right. There.
Yeah.
So, paano natin malalaman, Tutor Joshua, paano ang magiging domain natin dyan?
Okay. So, pag-isipan muna natin, no? Sabi ni Tutor Queenie, titingnan natin to the left and then to the right. Ano yung numbers na sakop nung graph given by that line? Sige nga, pag-isipan natin. Let's give them 5 seconds to think about it muna. Yan.
So, domain. Tingnan nila yung mga values ng x.
Ayan. So, kung titignan natin yung graph na color blue, to the left muna, to the left, dahil ang line natin extends to that direction, okay, to the left, infinitely, masasabi natin na lahat ng numbers to the left of 0, which is the negative numbers, ay kasama sa ating domain. How about to the right, Tutor Queenie?
Makikita natin, no, yung dulo ng ating graph ay arrowhead din. Okay? Arrowhead going to the right downward. So, ibig sabihin, it will extend infinitely to the right.
Ayan. So, sabi ni Ram Haley Gafood, ang domain daw is the set of all real numbers since extended yung line, so all possible values for x. And again, ang symbol natin for the set of all real numbers is itong parang double R. Okay?
Ayan, very good. Oh yes, correct. Very good kay Ram Gafood. So, titingnan lang nila, no, kung hanggang saan yung kanilang graph. Tutor Joshua, paano kung ang sinagot ay negative, mula negative 5 hanggang 5? Kasi yung drawing natin hanggang negative 5 at 5 lang naman.
Okay. So, masasabi rin kasi natin na nag-e-extend yung number line ng ating x-axis beyond -5 and +5 because of the illustration ng arrowhead. And alam natin from geometry, di ba, when we have lines, it's a set of points extending from one direction to another, but basta opposite.
Okay. So, yung yung drawing, titignan natin if merong arrowhead to indicate that it extends infinitely to that direction. Ayan. So, siguro pwede na natin kunin yung range. Okay? So, kung ang range ay yung ating second coordinate, that will be the y coordinate sa ating set of ordered pairs. So, saan naman natin titignan yan, Tutor Joshua?
Ayan. Tinuturo na ng ating pointer na titingin tayo pataas, pababa, doon naman sa vertical or y-axis. And dahil the line extends also upward, a little bit to the left nga lang, and then downward infinitely due to the arrows, okay, we could say that this range is the set of all real numbers also. Kasama lahat ng real numbers ay pwede.
The set of all real numbers ulit kasi our graph extends infinitely upward and downward. So, yun lang yung titingnan natin, no? Yung mga technique natin. Paano naman, Tutor Joshua, kung yung parang parabola, yung parang pa-letter U na graph natin?
Okay. So, bigyan muna natin ng time ang ating mga viewers to think about their answer. Kasi, again, no, pag sabi natin domain, lahat ng nasa X, titingin tayo to the left and to the right. Kapag range naman, titingin tayo mula sa baba, papunta sa taas.
Okay. Sige. So, unahin natin yung domain. Okay. So, tignan natin, papunta sa left, nag-extend ba ang ating graph? Okay. Since our graph indicates an arrowhead, ayun, pataas, papunta sa left, it means our graph will extend infinitely to the left. Okay. So, walang hangganan dun sa left. Pero pag tinignan natin doon sa right, ganun din. Nag-extend naman siya upward, pero pagbandang right din. So, extend din siya, okay, infinitely to the right. Ibig sabihin, parang yung graph natin kanina, that the domain will be the set of all real numbers.
Okay.
Ganun lang.
Again, arrowhead means going infinitely to that direction. Kaya lang dito, Tutor Queenie, no, napansin natin na from the left, ayan, to the left pala again, extending siya. Kaya lang pag gumit na tayo ng kaunti, parang may curve dito. Okay, ibig sabihin, hindi natin na-extend or hindi tayo nakapunta doon sa numbers beyond this boundary or beyond this minimum. Kumbaga lumabas na minimum value kasi ito nila eh. So yung range natin, maapektuhan siya. Okay, meron lang siyang hangganan. Okay? So kung titignan natin mula sa baba, ang lowest possible value ng ating range is -3. Okay? And lahat ng y values pataas or higher or greater than -3 ay kasama dun sa range. Meaning the range will be the set of y such that y is greater than or equal to -3. Bakit may or equal to tayo, Tutor Queenie?
Kasi yung ating point doon, yung graph natin ay abot hanggang -3. So, yung ating may ordered pair tayo doon na ang kapartner niyang value sa y ay -3. So, kasama. Meron ako nakita, Tutor Joshua, na maganda rin yung pagkaka-represent ng kanyang range. Si Jeffrey Langreo. Sabi niya, range is the interval from -3 to +infinity. Yan. Maganda yung representation din ng ating range. So, ibig sabihin, from -3, yung graph natin, nag-start sa -3, kaya lang, students, hindi enough na sabihin lang natin na -3 lang. Kasi yung graph natin, nag-extend upward. Okay? Nag-extend siya pataas. Yan, di ba may arrowhead pataas? Ibig sabihin, we will consider -3, -2, -1, 0, 0.1, okay, 0.2, 0.3, 1.1, 100, pataas.
Hindi
Kaya,
naman natin kayang isulat yon isa-isa. So, pwede natin siya isulat in set notation, or in this case, yung binigay ni Jeffrey Langreo nga, ay yung interval notation. Starting at -3, which is included, and then up to positive infinity.
Tutor Joshua, paano raw yung yung symbol ng infinity?
Ayan. Para siyang baliktad na 8. Di pala baliktad.
Ayan.
Nakahigang 8.
Nakahigang 8.
Pag baliktad pala yung 8, 8 pa din.
Ayan.
Ayusin lang natin para mas maganda. Okay. Positive, -3 to positive infinity.
Ayun. Okay. So, yan na. Take note ngayon na yung graph natin, nag-start siya sa -3 pataas. So, ang consider nating values will be -3 to positive infinity. Paano naman yan, Tutor Joshua, yung sumunod? Ay, pababa naman yan.
So, I think makukuha na nung viewers natin yan. Kung kanina pataas, it's greater than or equal to, siguro makakuha nila yung range. Tignan lang nila if there is a maximum or a minimum value for the range or for the domain. Okay? So, the domain here is actually the set of all real numbers. Titignan lang natin yung ating arrowheads extending to the left, and this is extending to the right, meaning the domain is the set of all real numbers. Okay, for the range, meron tayong maximum. Okay, nasan yung maximum natin, Tutor Queenie?
Ayan, hanggang dun lang sa positive 2. Ay, wala na tayong graph doon na umabot sa may bandang 3. Okay, so positive 2, pababa. Okay, so we write that as y is the set of y such that y is less than or equal to positive.
Ayun. Or kung gagamitin natin yung interval notation, okay, magsa-start naman tayo from -infinity or from the lowest possible, which is wala naman tayo mahanap. Okay, until positive 2. Kasi yun yung highest possible natin. And 2 is included. So, kailangan close siya dun sa ating interval.
Ayun. So, again, hindi enough na 2 lang yung sagot natin. Kailangan 2 pababa. Ayan, nakuha ni JM Espino. Okay, very good.
Pero kailangan close yung ginamit niyang brace. Kasi pag parentheses, it means it's not included. Okay, pero magagamit natin yung parentheses, I think, dito sa next item natin. Okay? So, nakita ninyo na yung ating graph ay parang horizontal segment lang. Tapos, meron tayong point dyan na parang butas.
Hollow.
Ayan, sagot ni Francine De Leon, -infinity to 2. Again, no, kailangan kasama yung indication kung siya ay closed or siya ay open. Okay, sige, Tutor Queenie, paano yung domain ng function na ito?
Okay. Yung domain, sabi natin kanina, i-observe natin yung doon sa x, yung horizontal, no? Nag-extend ba siya to the right? Nag-extend ba siya to the left? Kanina, yung mga graph natin, may arrowhead. It means nag-extend sila infinitely on both ends. Kaya lang dito, meron tayong point. Yung isa hollowed, yung isa shaded. Ibig sabihin, tumigil. Tumigil yung ating graph. Okay? Saan tumigil? Nandoon sa may -1 at saka +5. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ng ating values lang nakasama ay mula doon sa bandang -1 papunta sa +5. Pero, sabi mo kanina, Tutor Joshua, yung isa butas, yung isa na shaded, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung -1, hindi kasali sa values ng ating domain. Sa set ng domain natin. Pero yung +5 kasama. Okay? Ibig sabihin dito banda, Tutor Joshua, ang mga kasama, -0.99. Kasama pa si -0.99. Pero si -1, hindi na.
Yes. So, parang sabi rito, between -1 and +5, while +5 is included. Okay, so kung gagamitin natin yung interval notation, magiging ganito siya, open parenthesis, -1, comma, And then we will have positive 5 included. So ito ay brace or bracket. Kung man tawag natin dyan. Okay. Kaya lang, Tutor Queenie, hindi tayo masyadong gumagamit nito kasi paano kapag parehong open yung ating or parehong hollow yung ating points. So lalabas kasi mukha siyang mukha siyang ordered pairs. So mas maganda na maisulat natin siya in set builder or ganito nga.
Rule notation.
Yeah. Yes. So about the range.
Okay, range naman. Okay. Sige, tingnan ko ang graph ba natin nag-extend upward at nag-extend downward. Kung hindi nag-extend, hanggang saan lang? Okay? Ano yung magiging observation nila pag may graph, no? So, Tito Tutor Joshua, ang ating graph ay isang horizontal line at nandoon lang siya banda sa 3. Hindi na umakyat yung graph natin at hindi rin umabot pababa. So, ibig sabihin, ang range natin ay isa lang sa 3 lang. So, posible yan.
So, posible pala na isa lang yung laman ng range. And depende rin kasi sa set or sa relation na ipapakita natin. Okay, so nakatama si Nadine Manabat and Francine De Leon. So, dahil set siya, no, ang range natin is a set. So, kailangan enclose sila with curly brackets. Okay?
Ayan. So, ganun lang yung technique natin para sa domain and range when given a graph. Paano naman, Tutor Joshua, kapag may equation tayo or function notation?
Ayan. So, pag sabi kasi nating domain, lahat ng pwede. Lahat ng pwedeng ipalaman dun sa function natin or lahat ng pwedeng i-substitute na values of x. Okay, so pag sabi natin lahat ng pwede, dapat yung function hindi siya mag-undefined or hindi siya mag-i-imaginary. Okay? Kasi 'di ba kapag kunwari nag-divide tayo by 0, let's say x divided by 0. This is undefined. Okay? Wala tayong mabubuong function diyan or wala tayong makukuhang value. Okay?
So ibig sabihin, Tutor Joshua, ang goal natin dito, hanap tayo ng values ng x such that meron tayong makukuhang kapartner niya na value.
Yes. And
based dito sa
another example is the square root of a negative number. Okay, masyadong yun. The square root of a negative number, this is imaginary naman. Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya kasama or hindi natin siya basta makikita doon sa Cartesian plane. Kasi di ba sa Cartesian plane, it's 2 number lines eh. Yung number lines natin, they contain real numbers. Okay? So lahat lang ng possible. So in this function, f of x equals to x plus 1. Okay? If we could substitute any real number to x, for example, maglagay tayo ng f of 5. May makukuha ba tayong value, Tutor Queenie?
Yes, meron tayong makukuha dyan. We just have 2 times 5 plus 1, which is equal to 11.
Yeah. Try natin maglagay ng negative 100.
Okay. Pag negative 100 naman, we have 2 times negative 100, which is negative 200, plus 1. So, we have negative 199.
Okay. So, seemingly, no, kahit gaano kalaki, gaano kaliit, positive man o negative, we cannot find any value that will make this function undefined. So, we could say that if that happens, there are no values of x that will make the function undefined. We could say that therefore, the domain is the set of all real numbers.
So, kahit anong number, Tutor Joshua, ang ilagay natin as values of x, okay, we will be able to get a corresponding value for that.
Okay.
Paano naman, Tutor Joshua, kung nagkaroon naman ng squared, x squared?
Okay. So, kahit na grade 8 topic ito, no, makakatouch tayo ng iba't ibang lessons ng mathematics in different grade levels, especially for this one. Okay, makikita nyo ito ulit sa next grade level ninyo. Okay. So, this function, kung papansin ninyo, halos kamukha siya nung nauna. Okay? Kaya lang meron tayong exponent na doon sa ating leading term. Okay? And kahit na anong i-substitute agad natin na real number, there would be no values that will make this function undefined. Kasi kung tutusin, Tutor Queenie, hindi naman tayo nagdi-divide by another number. Sure tayo na kapag nagpasok tayo ng real number sa x, real number pa din yung makukuha natin na value ng function. So therefore, it still happens na the domain is the set of all real numbers.
So pag mga ganyang function, Tutor Joshua, safe yung mga values natin, no? So pwedeng all real numbers ang ating domain. Paano naman kung nagkaroon tayo ng fraction?
Ayun. So parang familiar ito, Tutor Queenie, nung first quarter. May ganito tayong klase ng expression, pero nilagyan lang natin ng f of x. Ginawa lang natin siyang function.
Yan yung yung fraction na merong polynomials, which we call rational expressions. So pag mga ganyang cases, Tutor Joshua, diba sabi natin nung nakaraan, dapat para makakuha tayo ng value, yung denominator natin hindi mag-zero. So the function will be undefined if the denominator is 0. So yan yung mga hahanapin natin na values na tatanggalin natin sa ating domain. So we have 2x minus 5 should not be equal to 0. Okay, so ano-ano lang ba yung values ng x na magpapa-0 dito? That will be x is equal to, or the x should not be equal to 5 over or 5 halves. So, paano natin susulat yung domain na to, Tutor Joshua?
Okay, kung naalala ninyo, naghanap tayo ng excluded values sa rational expressions. So, dito, bawal kasi na maging 0 yung denominator. So, kaya not equal. So, pag sinulat na natin siya as domain, as a set, lahat ng x pwede, maliban kay 5 halves. So, it's the set of all x such that x is not equal to 5 halves. Yan yung restriction ng ating domain.
So, pwede kahit ano. Kahit decimal number pa yung gusto nyo, kahit negative, kahit millions pa yung gamitin nyo na value ng x, okay lang, basta hindi 5 halves. Ayan. Sabi ni Ram Gafod, yes po, except 5 halves.
And there are so many types of rational functions, no? Nagkataon lang na linear or wala pang ang highest exponent ng ating variable is 1. Kasi kapag 2 na yan, there are many more cases. And that is for you to discover them kung paano siya sasagutan. Kasi may experience pa nila to, di ba, Tutor Queenie ulit?
Yes, pagdating nila another grade level. Kaya huwag yung kakalimutan yung ganyan. Ay, paano naman, Tutor Joshua, kapag ganito na merong radical sign?
Okay,
specifically square root, no?
Yes. Papansin ninyo, when we have a radical sign na walang nakalagay na index, automatic, that is 2. Okay, or the square root. So, sabi kanina, kapag kumuha tayo ng square root ng isang negative na number, the number will be imaginary or non-real. So, kailangan yun yung iiwasan natin. And kailan ba, Tutor Queenie, hindi negative yung ating expression?
Di sabihin natin na it's greater than or equal to 0. Set na lang natin.
So again, kapag rational, the denominator must not be equal to 0. And then if we have a radical, especially even yung ating index, the radicand should be greater than or equal to 0. And we could solve for x, which is greater than or equal to negative 4. And dahil ito na yung restriction natin, we could simply write it down as our domain.
Yeah. So the domain will be the set of x such that x is greater than or equal to negative 4. So lahat na ng values na mula negative 4 pataas. Hindi pwedeng mag-negative 3, Tutor Joshua, kasi pag negative 3 ang kinamit nila, magne-negative ang value.
Try natin, Tutor Queenie, na maglagay ng negative, no? Hanapin natin f of negative 3. that is, parang pwede ata tutor queening -3 because it's greater than -4.
Oh.
Try natin yung
Ano
-8.
dapat? -8.
Try natin -8. So, 3 times -8 plus 12. Okay. So, what is 3 times -8?
That's -24.
24 plus 12. So, that is square root of -12. Ayan. Nakakuha tayo ng imaginary. And hindi natin siya mapaplot doon sa ating Cartesian plane. Hindi natin mahanap doon.
So, maglilimit tayo ng domain natin mula -4 pataas. So, ibig sabihin yung magiging graph nito hanggang -4 lang.
Okay. So, here, tulad kanina, no, malalaman natin yung domain ng line at nung domain ng graph and range ng graph based on the illustration or based on the direction. And nakita natin kanina that the domain of this function is the set of all real numbers and the range is the set of all real numbers also. Okay, and the tutor queenie, makikita natin kapag nag-plot tayo ng points, ng coordinates, makikita natin na parang familiar itong topic na ito.
Yes. Na-meet na natin yan before. Ayan. So, pag kumuha tayo ng points doon, no, may pattern actually. Okay? We will be able to get a slope. Okay? So, we have here a slope of -3/2. Okay? With that slope, we can actually get the other values for our table of values here. At dahil meron tayong slope, okay? Actually, may makukuha din tayong intercepts dito. Okay? We have an intercept of -2 as x-intercept and y-intercept na -3. Ay nag-intersect sa x-axis at saka sa y-axis. Okay? At dahil meron tayo ditong slope, okay, tapos may intercept, okay, familiar na to, yung slope-intercept form natin. Okay? At kapag sinubstitute natin yan, we will have -3/2 x minus 3. So again, yung y natin before, okay, di ba sinusulat natin yung equation natin na y equals something. We now change the y into a function notation. F of x is equal to -3/2 x minus 3. This tutor Joshua actually is a special kind of function. May pangalan tayo dito. Anong tawag natin dito, tutor Joshua?
It's a linear function and it's a function that can be written in the form f of x equals mx plus b, where m is the slope of the line, or in this case, i-consider na rin natin siyang rate of change, and b is the y-intercept, which is actually the value of the function at x equals 0. So, yun pala, no, yung connection ng lesson natin last quarter on linear equations, kapag pinalitan lang natin yung y or sinulat natin yung y in terms of x, linear function na pala siya. And the domain of every linear function is the set of all real numbers. Kasi to the left and to the right, automatic, nag-extend naman yung ating linear function.
Kasi di ba yung linear equation natin dati, kapag nag-plot tayo ng points ng correspondence ng ordered pairs doon, we form a line na nag-extend infinitely on both ends. That's why, makikita nyo na palagi yan, all real numbers palagi ang ating domain and range.
So I think we could have an activity na on on linear functions.
Sige. So number
Kasi
1.
Parang review lang naman siya kung tutuusin. No? In-apply natin yung linear equation. Yung ginawa natin na function.
Bago lang dito, yung y, hindi nyo na makita yung y kasi yun na yung sinulat natin na f of x.
Yes.
Ayan. Okay. Number 1 tayo, tutor Joshua. So,
which linear function has a slope m equals 2 and a y-intercept b equals -3? Is it A, f of x equals 2x plus 3, B, f of x equals 2x minus 3, or C, f of x equals x minus 2/3? So, 5 seconds.
Meron na ako nakitang tamang sagot, Tutor Joshua.
Yeah. So the correct answer is letter B. F of x equals 2x minus 3. So tama si Ram Haley Gafud, Catlea Soriano, Nadine Manabat, James Anthony Batag, and with letter B. Kasi nga, sabi natin kanina, paulit-ulit, f of x equals mx plus b. Nakita lang natin na negative yung ating y-intercept, dapat negative din yung ating b. So 2x minus 3. Okay, how about the next one?
Okay. Which of the following is not true for all linear functions? Number 2. Which of the following is not true for all linear functions?
Ayan.
Number 2.
So medyo nakakalito itong question na ito kasi una, not true. Kinukuha natin yung hindi pwede. Okay? So isa-isahin natin. Ang linear function natin, ang range daw palagi ay R. Or the set of all real numbers. Palagi nga ba, Tutor Queenie?
The range of a linear function. Di ba siya true to Tutor Joshua?
Okay. So parang may ano dito sa question na ito, no? Kasi kapag linear function siya, okay, automatic din na the functions or the values ay, the y values rather, ay merong kasagutan or merong nagmamap doon sa kanyang linear, paano ba? Yung y value, may katumbas siya na x value.
Yung graph kasi niyan, Tutor Joshua, di ba? Line, slanted line, nag-extend upward at saka downward. So, sure tayo na lahat ng values doon ay kasama. So, the set of all real numbers pa rin ang kanyang range.
Okay. So, siguro kung papalitan natin yung question ng which of the following is not true for all functions na line ang graph? Okay.
Line ng graph. Sige, Tutor Joshua, palitan natin doon na instead na linear function ay line na graph.
Ayan.
So, pwede yan, Tutor Joshua, naka-slant na line. Tama ba? At saka
horizontal.
At saka horizontal line. Okay. So, pag nag-horizontal line, the range will not be all real numbers.
Yes. Okay.
Kung katulad ng drawing natin kanina, no, Tutor Joshua, yung hanggang -1 at saka 5 lang. Ay, pahiga lang siya, no? So, isa lang yung laman ng kanyang range.
Yeah. So, next, I think let's have this as our last question. Which ordered pair satisfies the function f of x equals x plus 2?
Which ordered pair satisfies the function? When you say satisfy, Tutor Joshua, ibig sabihin, ito yung values na magiging tama yung ating function, yung values dyan. So, pag yung value ba ng f of x, tsaka yung value ng x doon. Ano kaya?
Okay. So, if your answer here is letter A, then you are correct. So, paano natin siya ma-check, Tutor Queenie?
By substitution. Ayan.
So, x here is 0 and f of x is 2. Substitute 2 equals 0 plus 2. And we have shown that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side.
So, tama sila Catlea Soriano, Christopher Respicio, pati na rin sila Nadine Manabat at Francine Panhala. Very good.
Okay.
Last na natin yung Tutor Joshua. Okay. So, nakapaghanap ng domain and range of a function, not just the linear function, but also of other functions. And we were able to graph and illustrate a linear function. So, yan ay, slanted line. We were able to find the domain and range, table of values, and intercepts, and slope. Ayun.
So, talagang self-check natin sila lahat.
Ayan.
Kaya dito po nagtatapos ang ating tutorial session tungkol sa domain, range, and pasimula pa lamang yun ng ating linear functions. And tandaan po natin na pwedeng ulit-ulitin yung lessons para lalo nating maintindihan at saka mabawasan din yung pagkalito.
Ayan. So, samahan niyo po kami ulit next week kung saan matututunan naman natin paano mag-solve ng problems that involves linear functions. So, kung may katanungan po kayo o suggestion, maaari pong i-scan ang QR code o kaya ay pumunta sa link na naka-flash po sa inyong screen. Tuloy-tuloy na suporta po sa mga bata, magulang at guro mula po sa amin dito sa Itulay Math Talino Friday. Susunod po ang Math 9.
Susunod ang Math 9 with Tutor Janet and Tutor Angeline. Maraming salamat and happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Bye po.